Hi guys, I've just come on to give you a little tutorial on how to make these dragon eyes. Okay, so I'll just show you how I did it. Now, I started out with a polystyrene ball and tried to glue it onto the front of a journal cover, and it didn't work because the glue melted the polystyrene. So this stuff is just the Montmartre brand, but there's lots of other brands as well. Polymer clay, and it's lightweight, but once you bake it, it becomes solid. Now you can actually buy it in all different colours. So this is a bit of pink one that I've got left as well. Now the thing is if you're going to paint it, it doesn't really matter what colour that you do it. Whereas if you're just wanting to bake it, to make it and have it like in the colours that you use, because you can get in gold, silver, bronze, greens, blues, all the colours. So you can just make it like this in the colour that you want. So I actually quite like that brown, and I quite like the black. But what we're going to do is just make up one with a little bit that I've got left over, just so you can see the process. Now I'll just run you through the tools that I use. Okay, you're going to need a blade knife, and I've got, this is the tip of a brush, and I'm just going to use this piece in here that's got a hole in it, and a piece of plastic straw that you can squash and shape into whatever you want dragon scales. And I've just got a couple of these tools, plastic tools that I've had in my thing. And you'll need a rolling pin. You'll need some dragon eyes. I've got two lots. I've got a big set and a smaller set. So we'll probably use the smaller eye on this one. I've used the big eyes on all of these ones. So it just depends really on, because you can actually get bigger eyes than that too, on how big you actually want it. First I've got to get into this stuff. It's always the way when you're on camera, you can never. Okay, now I'm just going to blend these two colours because we're kind of not really worried about colour. I'll just leave that bit to the side because we might use it on top so you can see it better. Okay, so all you can do is just work it into kind of like a ball. Okay, and now I've just made it into sort of like a sausage shape. So what I want is, I want a piece that I can use to make the base. Now there's two rules of thumb with this. You can actually do some decoration on the base if you want to. I don't bother because I do all the decoration on top and you can't see the base anyway. So you just want to roll it out, and you can just pull it out. Now you're probably not going to need it that big, but we'll just see how we go. Okay, so I'm going to use a small eye today. Now these eyes are glass, now because you're going to have to bake this in an oven. I might use this pretty green one today because all the other ones are orange. So, oh, hang on a minute. I forgot the other piece. We just need a little thin disc. Just roll it in a ball. You just want this to be doesn't matter if it's slightly bigger than your eye, and you want to stick it in the center like that because you want this eye to sit up. Okay. And just push it down in there a bit. Now, because it's glass, you're going to be able to bake it in the oven. Sorry, that's my phone. Don't worry about it. Just ignore it. I do. And I'm sorry I haven't been on for a while. I've had a few medical issues, so I'm kind of dipping my toe back in the water. So we're going to roll out a bit. We're now going to cover the eye. So just pull that out just a little bit. Okay, knife. So you want to just look at your eye. I'm kind of just going to come up like that. We're going to come in and about that. So that's what we're looking for the top, and we're kind of going to do the same thing for the bottom. I'll just take that side piece off there. Now, don't panic is the best thing I can say to you. Is just don't panic, just work to however fast you want to do it. Now I do this, it just kind of puts a bit of texture and gives it that dragon-esque look. Just with your straw or whatever you've got. I just use whatever I have. I don't subscribe to this theory that you need the best of everything. Okay, so you just push it, and I like to just give it a bit of a go around the eye, just to give it that eyelid look. And we're just going to push, sort of roll it up around there a little bit. What did I do with my bottom bit? Okay, we're going to do the same thing with this one, just all over. And you don't have to be real precise because you're going to go over it again when you get it on there. This is just a little bit of texture, and some of it's going to be covered too, so you can fix that bit up when you're finished. Okay, so we just wrap this bit around here and then bring that down so that it's kind of, I don't know if you can see that, so that you're just getting that eye kind of look like that. Now we're going to shape this in a minute, so don't panic too much. Okay, so if you can see that right now, we kind of have that eye bit going on. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to pick up our little pieces, because you kind of don't want to waste anything. So we'll cut one, cut two. Now with this one, I just roll it into kind of like a snake when we want it to be able to come up like that, so it sits up underneath. just along the bottom, just to give it that ridge. Same with this one. So you just bring it up so that it gives that eye shape again. Okay, so we'll just push that down in there, push that down in there, cut that off, cut that off. Okay, so all you want to do now is take this one, just making sure that, yeah, that's right. Yeah. And I just do this with this. So you just want to come along and crisscross it, or kind of give it that all the way along. And this is just the way I do it. Look, if you want to do it different and decorate it different yourself, that's entirely up to you. This is just how I've done it, which is probably not the right way to do it, but it seems to have worked all right for me. So that's kind of all I'm basing it on, is that it's worked all right for me. Okay, so that's your outside edge. So now we can come along, I just come along and trim that bit because we can reuse that. And that kind of gives you your eye shape now. And I just use this round bit, and I just want to give that a smooth out there. And not only that, but it helps hold this together. I also want to give that kind of a bit of a crease down in there, and a bit of a crease down in here. Now we're just going to maybe do it that way. Reminds me of when I was a kid playing plasticine at school. But it's fun. I had the grandkids over and they love doing it too. So now we want this one quite thin. So when it starts to get a little bit fat there, I just had that edge, so I just rub that particular section until it comes down to where I want it to go. Okay, that should be enough. We're going to need two, so we'll do this one first. Now what I want to do is just where that line is there, is come up around the eyelid and take it back out through there, cut off your excess. Now I've got this small one, which is just the tip of a brush, and this gives you a bit of a spotted look, but it also makes more of an eyelid effect. And take it all the way to the edge. Okay, so now we're just going to roll the other piece out for the bottom. pretty good. Doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to squash it down with the tool anyway. So it's going to come along the bottom eyelid. That's it. And then just use your tool again, and you're going to do the same thing that you did with the top. Like that. Okay, we get a little bit more. Now, I'm just going to make a sausage out of this bit because you've got the option of decorating this so many different ways because there's all different types of dragons, as you know. Just check how much longer I've got on that. Oh, we've got plenty of time. Okay, so I usually go for about 12. Now that piece there is a little bit narrower, but that doesn't matter, we just cut a little bit longer. So you just want to make them roughly around the same size. We're going to make that one a little bit longer because it's short, it's narrower. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We probably won't use all those, but we'll see how we go. Okay, so all I do with these is roll them into a ball, and we're just going to push it in here. And this is why I said don't worry too much about putting texture or anything else on the background, because you're actually going to cover it with decoration or scales or yes, I've had so many tests in the last couple of weeks and I kind of haven't been able to do any crafting because I've been too bloody sore. And now my daughter-in-law has to go in and have brain surgery, which is going to cost her about $15,000 out of pocket. That's without with gold health cover, which I think is ridiculous. So these little pieces here, we're just going to cut a couple of these in half. Just so you get smaller pieces. Okay, so this bit here, we're just going to cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, now what you want to do with these is just sort of small circle with a point on the end, just like that. And you can just push it into the back there. So as you can see, there's not a lot to them, but I think they look cool, and they're lightweight and they'll stick up to any glue, so you can use any glue on them. So all you do once you've done this, and the glass eye is fine to have in the oven, so it's on 130 degrees, and then it's half hour. And then you pull it out and you can paint it or do whatever you like. We'll just put that little tiny one right on the end there. Give them a push in like that. These little guys are just going to roll into a ball. We're just going to put a couple of them in here. Might actually put a couple on this side too. Just put 3 like that. Actually, might do a 4th one because there's 4 left over. So we'll put those 4 on the front. So just on that part of the eye. And we're going to stick these ones just around this part of the eye. Just like that. Actually, I might take that one off there. We might just push him around the front just to give us that elongated look on the eye. Okay, so that's it, guys. That's your dragon eye finished. So all we could do is bake it in the oven now, and then paint away. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll come back and do some more tutorials later. I'm just about to finish my dragon journal, so I'll do a flip through of that shortly. Okay guys, thanks, bye.